Good morning and welcome to AM Excellence 54. Failure is a mindset. It's the Spaniard here, and I gotta confess, it's 6:25 in the morning. I messed up. I feel terrible. I committed to 5:30, and I did not make 5:30. I have no excuses. I apologize for the error. I do not feel good about it. I hate not holding myself accountable. So I messed up, and I apologize. And let this be a lesson to us all that the pursuit is excellence, but nobody's perfect. So I apologize for that, and let's get this AM Excellence party started. Hey, Dustin. So the title of today's video is called "Failure is a Mindset," and I feel extremely strongly about this concept and this idea of failure. So it was awesome that it was in the book. And the author starts, again, we're reading Relentless: From Good to Great to Unstoppable, and the author starts out talking about Michael Jordan. And I'm not I'm not a giant basketball fan. I'm probably the opposite of a basketball fan, but he talks about how Michael Jordan at one point in his time retired, went to baseball. His baseball career fizzled out, came back. His first year back, he lost the morning, Don. They got booted out of the playoffs by the Magic, and he says that at that point, Michael Jordan made a decision, okay, I'm going to make this happen. And then he went on to win 3 championships after that. And the author was using that as an example to stress the fact that failure is a mindset. It's not what other people say about you, it's what you say about yourself. Michael Jordan, the best champions decide they're not going to fail. And he goes on to say this. He says, what most people think of as failure, a cleaner sees as an opportunity to manage and control a situation, pulling it around to his advantage, doing something everyone else says is impossible. If there's a 2% chance that something will work, 98% chance that it'll fail, he will take the 98% risk just to show he took the challenge and did what everyone else said he couldn't do. And that's kind of like a chip on your shoulder type thing. And in my life, I have a chip on my shoulder. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's what drives me. Back on April 26th, 2014, when I got knocked out cold, that's a, to hundreds and hundreds of Twitter fans, I was terrible and the biggest loser in the world, but it's how you look at it. I used it as an opportunity to write a book, launch the speaking career. So failure is a mindset. It's not what other people say about you, it's what you say about yourself. And that's not just fluff there, people, to make you feel better. That's the truth. The thing about cleaners, in this book we're talking about cleaners as the best of the best competitors. We're talking world class. But let's bring it down to myself and you. Hey, thanks, Dustin. But let's bring it down to yourself and me. We're not, I'm not in the UFC anymore. I'm a normal person going through my normal day. So this idea of failure, I differentiate failure with the word setback. And I just had this conversation yesterday. I did like a little panel. And failure is when you give up being you. Failure is when you let your values go. Failure is when you let your core being go. You change. Setbacks are those things that getting knocked out, losing your job, losing your wallet, all financial troubles, all of those things are setbacks. Failure is when in your mind you say, boom, I failed, and you stop being you. As long as you maintain your values, as long as you maintain your core being, those are all just setbacks. Every one of us goes through setbacks. And if you find yourself going through setbacks, read the book The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It's one of the best books I ever read, but it's about using adversity, using those setbacks as launching pads to do something great. And the author goes on to say, let's make this simple. Failure is what happens when you decide you failed. Until then, you're still always looking for ways to get where you want to be. So I've transitioned from professional fighting to speaking. And I have a mindset that no matter what I do, I'm not worried, I'm not concerned about what's to come, because I know the mindset that I used for academics and wrestling growing up is the same mindset I used in teaching, is the same mindset that I used in fighting, is the same mindset that I'm now using in speaking, is the same mindset that I'll use in anything I do. So you have that decision to develop that mindset and apply it everywhere you go, not just one area of your life. Excellence, in this book, he talks about a lot, and it's one of the, excellence is kind of a portion of my brand or what I do represent, you have that decision to apply it across the board, not just in certain things you do in your life. He goes on to say, success and failure are 100% mental. One person's idea of success might seem like a complete failure to someone else. You must establish your own vision of what it means to be unstoppable. You can't let anyone else define that for you. You decide. He's referring to unstoppable as being the most elite of elite competitors. But in your own life, you decide what is failure, what is excellence, not what anyone else says. Because the people on the sidelines throw rocks, they throw pebbles, they throw stones, and it does sound so cliche. But he talks about it in the book. I say it all the time. You read about it. It's so easy to stand on the sidelines and throw pebbles. And I wasted so much time in my professional life worrying about it. Because when you're in a public eye, there's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people telling you that you're terrible. And if you decide to listen to them, you're going to think you're terrible. But going back to failure, going back to mindset, overall, you are what you think, not what everyone else tells you about it. He goes on to talk about his personal experiences with some of his businesses and how you just roll with it. You make a decision. I'm not going to lose. I'm not a loser. I'm not a failure. I'm going to keep going. You can club my legs. You can punch me. You can knock me out. Okay. I'll just get up and I'll just keep going again. That right there is the concept of a fighter's mindset, the Spaniard podcast. That there is the epitome, the point of the message that I'm spreading. And he says this: a cleaner never sees failure because to him it's never over. Like I said, if I lose my voice and I can never speak again, then I'll figure something else out to do. It's never over. If something doesn't go as planned, he instinctively looks for options to make things work a different way. He doesn't feel embarrassed or ashamed. He doesn't blame anyone else. And he doesn't care what anyone else says about his situation. It's never the end. It's never over. It's never the end. It's never over. You ebb, you flow, you go with it. This idea of quitting is non-existent. You don't quit. You don't quit, period. There's no other way around it. You do not quit. You cannot quit. So, just to recap quickly, failure is a mindset. Setbacks, we go through every single day. We'll continue to go through setbacks. I had a setback this morning. I didn't wake up when I said I was going to wake up. I'm sorry. You accept it. You take it. You move on from it. And this idea, I wanted to read, to reiterate what he said and then tell you something that I saw over the weekend. He never sees failure because it's never over to him. If it doesn't go as planned, he looks for options to make things work a different way. He never quits. He's never ashamed. He's never embarrassed. That brought me onto this concept of quitting. I ran an Army 10-mile race this past weekend. It was a great experience, but there was 35,000 people there. So you see a lot of different people. You see the backs of a lot of people. A lot of people have different shirts on. And one of the coolest, there were two things that really stuck out to me this past weekend. The one, I believe it was Eisenhower said, lead me, follow me, or get out of my way. Lead me, follow me, or get out of my way. So as you go on in your day, understand, know what you're looking for, know what you're pursuing. Surround yourself with people who are either going to lead you, going to follow you, or going to get out of your way, because we're on a mission. And then the next thing that I thought was really cool that ties into this idea of quitting, he says, age puts wrinkles on your skin, quitting puts wrinkles on your soul. Age puts wrinkles on your skin, quitting puts wrinkles on your soul. Do not quit. Failure is a mindset. Do not quit. Have yourselves a great day. I will be back tomorrow for AM Excellence 55, already the 55th consecutive day. And I encourage you all, visit charlie-brenneman.com. Sign up for the emails because I'll be sending every one of these videos as well as podcasts as well as blogs directly to your inbox. So don't miss a one of them. Have yourselves a great day.